Welcome to WeVideo. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the program WeVideo to make your videos. This is a purchased piece of software. After logging in, you're going to be on the home screen, and here you will find some options such as some provided templates. I highly recommend that you explore this area as you can see some great ideas of maybe what you would like to use in your video. How I'm going to begin is I'm going to select Create, and it's going to take you to your creation panel. Over on the left, what I see here might be different than what you see. I'm using a specific plan with my WeVideo, and I'm not sure what everybody else will be using. So here I get to see the list of my projects, anything uploads. This is where I'm going to be uploading the Lakeland College logo. Here you get to see some videos, and if you wanted to see more, maybe if you're using a business or if you're doing food and beverage, you can just click see more. Same thing with images. These are professionally beautiful images that WeVideo has, and you can also upload your own. There's audio so that you can have a little intro music, text if you wanted to have some text on your screen, transitions, we usually use these quite a bit. Extras are just arrows and stuff like that, and then backgrounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, and I'll go through how I start my video. When I start my video, I'm always going to be down here, and you'll notice that when I move this up, this area here is where your video will be. But this here will just make it smaller, but then you'll get to see more of these tracks. So we're going to add quite a few, but I'm going to leave this down here, and we're going to start with the track of the audio. So let's go up to audio, and you get to go through. So I do already have some favorites, and what you can do is you can just click see all, and you can click on one of these and the music will play. So once you find something that you like, you're going to take that and you get to listen to it, and you'll see that this is the strength of it. So it's going to play quite loudly and stuff like that. And we're going to do some editing there, but I'm not going to do the editing just yet. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to create adding some image or a video here on this track. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add in an image. So I'm going to grab this here and I'm going to drag it same way we did with the audio. So now if I drag this back and I click play, I will hear the music, and then at about right in here, this is when that image is going to appear on the screen. So watch over here and kind of pay attention here, but also where this is landing on your video. See? Now you get to see that image. Now, do you want it maybe over at the start? In order to have it right at the start of the video, you can just move it over, or you can just drag it along here. So that's great. I have my image and I have my music, but I don't have any text of what the video is about. Add text, and let's go in and add some text. I'm going to go in and find something that's going to kind of fit in this area here. Let's use this one here. Grab it, and I can pull it down here. Now you'll see that this is the image. So it's kind of like when you're working with, if you worked with an image and you have to send it to the back and to the front, this is kind of what this is doing here when you have all these layers. If I didn't want the text to show right away, I can move it over, and then you'll see that the image of the light bulb is there, but there's no image here of the text. It's going to appear right now. So you see how that layers work? So depending on where you want that text to appear, you can have it there. Well, now that you have your text, how do you edit your text? Well, you can click here and move this around. But what we're going to do is we're going to double click, and now we're in to this text area. Now you get to see that those words are appearing, and we're going to just change some of this. Okay, and I like that, but I'm going to move it over here a bit, And I don't like that white here, even though it does go with here. Just going to make it a little easier to see. There we go. And this, you can change this here as well. This here will be this one. Don't like that. Ooh, I really don't like that. It's very blah. I'm going to stick with that. You can adjust the size. Okay. And I think I'm going to move it right into there. And I'm going to select done. So now we can play the video again. Perfect. Now I want to add the Lakeland College logo and I want it to appear right here. So I'm going to go into uploads. I already have it here, but what I want to do is I want to have it come in on this area. So you'd think, oh, I can drag it and bring it down here, but no, we need to add another track. So I'm going to add another track. I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to drop it here. Now, if you look back here, we can see when the text is coming in, and now you get to see the Lakeland logo. So we know we see it is way too large, so we're going to have to make some edits. Double click, and then what you do here is I start and I just drag it down. I'm going to move it to where I want it. Still make it a little bit smaller right in there. And now I'm also going to select fade. So it's going to come out, and depending on how fast you want it to fade in and out, you can have it do that. So if I said okay, maybe I want by 2 seconds. Now let's go back and see what that change looks like. Perfect. So now I have the base start of my video. I have an image, I have some text, I have some audio, and I have the Lakeland logo. So everything, when it starts to fade away, the image is going to start to fade away here. But what if I wanted this image here to kind of completely stay? These ones are going to fade away, but I want this one to go a little bit longer. Click on it and drag it. So you can have this go as far throughout your video as you want, just depending on where you want it to end. So if I go here and I go back and I play again, so now you get to see, and this is why I take and I move this up so I can see. Your audio is still playing. The image is still here, and this logo is starting to disappear. You can see that here, and then your text is starting to. So this is where we're going to start working with splits and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I want to do is turn this down a little bit. So I'm going to click on this audio so it sees that I'm in on the audio level. And then you can either click on these three dots and go show audio level, or you could just do here. So now you get to see it's at 100% volume, and I'm going to drag that down. So we're going to have that music come in at a softer level. And if I wanted to change the level, coming in and then have it grow, I could do that. But then right about here, I'm going to want to, hey, we're going to soften this up a little bit. And now I'm going to start to drag it down. So now I'm going to leave it about there. Okay. So now if I play it again, understanding that you're not listening to the songs like I am, but there, that's perfect. And then I'm going to have it move back about here. But now I want to split this, and I'm just going to split, and I don't need this anymore, and I'm just going to select delete on my keyboard. There we go. And this, I'm going to move this back now. So that's how I start in creating those intros for my videos. Now we're going to work with editing an actual step by step. Now that I have my video added, we're going to go through and show you how to edit a video. So again, I am going to select the audio here, and I'm going to show both. Now, if I have both clicked on here, we're going to go back. Now, I end up having to move this around a bit, and I'll show you why. When I make this larger here, it makes it easier for me to see the speaking and whatnot, and I'll show you here in the levels once this gets added. So the reason I always select here and make these split is you'll start to see here is me not speaking, and here, of course, is me speaking. So when you're dealing with it where it defaults and it's very tiny, sometimes you'll need to come in here and make a cut, and it's really hard. So what you want to do is just make this larger. When you make this larger, your video, of course, is going to go by really, really fast. The only part of WeVideo I don't like is this little thing down here. It doesn't let you see it very well. So sometimes I struggle with trying to find exactly where this is when I start working with this. So what I can see is here I'm not speaking. And usually what I do is when you see stuff like this is me counting down. So I'll go 3, 2, 1. Okay. And then sometimes I need to count again. But I will start speaking here. So sometimes when you're going through your videos, just pay attention. Some that might make it a little bit easier for you to figure out where to cut. So if I listen to the video here, I will know that this is me saying 3, 2, 1. This probably is again. And then when I actually do want to make my cut, I probably make my cut in about here. So if I split that, then I'm going to take this portion because it's a bunch of dead air. And I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make that smaller. And now I'm just going to move this back. So I will start my video. It'll have the intro music, the intro image, the text, the logo, and then it's going to start in with me going through a demonstration. Now, what you can also do is add in these transitions. So this will help bring that nice little smooth transition from something of the image into your video. So just grab something that you want to use and just put it in there between. And if I go back, you can just kind of see, there you go. So now that kind of shows how to add in a transition. So working with these edits is no different than what we did here. Play your video, listen through to what you have, pause a lot, and that sure helps. I find if you make a mistake, just stop talking so you get that dead line, and then count, and then start up again. And then that helps you identify where there's a spot where you could definitely go in and cut. So again, you could just come in like this, split, split. See, this piece here is not needed. And then you can just kind of go back. So you can have again. So if depending on your content of your video, just have it kind of go in between like that. And you could still add images in between. So say if right in here, depending on what I'm speaking about, maybe I needed to add in another video. When I'm adding in a image here, you see that it's not green. It's coming through and it's giving me that error. You can go insert and push. And then you get to see, there you go. I'm going to see if I don't like that transition here now, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put a transition here instead. And I'm going to put this one here. So you can do stuff like that. Another thing that you can do to pay attention with your edits is how we did the audio adjusting here. You can also do that with the video. So in here, if you won't say maybe you wanted to have that kind of fade in, you can drag that down like that, and then you can have it kind of start in a little bit dark. You see how it's a little bit dark there? So depending on how you want to have that video appear, maybe you're going to want to have it grow, something like that. There you go. So that's just how you're making edits throughout your video. And then, of course, I'm going to stop this one here, and I'm just going to cut. I'm just going to delete all that. After you have your intro, you're going to also want to have an exit. So it's no different. I would come in again, okay? Maybe have it kind of build and grow right near the end. You can adjust those levels again. I'm going to have it play for a bit, and I'm going to cut it right about there. I'm going to delete. And the same thing, I'm going to do a transition. Let's do this there. Now I'm going to move this one over. And then you can add in some text, however you want it to have your text. You notice that when I do this one here, it won't let me make it any shorter. It only will let me play from here to here. I can make it longer, but I can't make it shorter in length. And the reasoning is that some of these here, they are set with a specific length minimum. So that's what that one is here. So if you have it like there, and if I go, whatever that you can see that I've already used, you can say whatever. Thanks for watching. That's usually how I end mine. You can change with the colors, and we're good there. And that's how you would create a video using WeVideo.